Not a lot of people talk about the feel of the Analogue Pocket versus the OG Game Boy Color. What's the difference between these two as far as gameplay? You know what I'm saying? Like, what feels better? Like, I know that the Analogue Pocket is FPGA or whatever. What does that even mean? I just want to put in a dang Game Boy game and play it, you know? What feels better in the hand? And what looks better through my adult eyes? Because I gotta admit, the screen is kind of small. That's like my biggest problem with the OG Game Boy Color. Like, I still love the way it feels. I love how small it is in my little hands. And this one's backlit. I backlit this years ago. Look at that. It's super clean install. It looks awesome. It's super bright. It's just as bright and vibrant as the Analogue Pocket. It's just that it's super small. Like, I have to get all super close with it. You know, this was fine for a long time, but I admit I've hit a point in my life where it's like, it's kind of blurry. Like, maybe if I hold it like this, it looks okay. But honestly, like, the solution I've come up with is to just get a pair of reading glasses. And then it looks amazing. Like, it looks awesome like this. I can see every pixel super clear. These are like way huge too. These are like 2.5 magnification. So they're like, the screen is monstrous, I'll tell you what. This looks awesome. But it's just kind of like annoying to have to wear fucking glasses, you know, to play a stupid game. The screen does look amazing though. Like, honestly, this is like the best solution. If you want to go the cheapest route, like, this looks awesome. The more I'm thinking about it right now, the better this looks. If you want to go the cheapest route, then just get yourself a pair of like $3 reading glasses, readers, aka readers. And these are like 2.5 magnification. And it makes the screen look huge and beautiful. But once again, you gotta backlight your Game Boy Color. I don't know if you have the technical prowess to do what I did. Because I did it myself. I installed this. And doesn't it look really good? The Game Boy Color is awesome because it's got this little hump on the back. And that makes it super comfortable. The Analogue Pocket doesn't have that. It's just flat. So it's comfortable for sure because it's bigger, but it's just not as comfortable. And I like the lightness. This is a lighter system. This is heavier, but not too much. It's just a little heavier. This just feels awesome. The weight feels evenly distributed on this. The weight feels a little weird on this. Feels a little wonky in my hand if I think about it. I just love this look and feel of the Game Boy Color. It's just that if you want to get a good experience, you're gonna have to put in a good backlight, and you're gonna have to get a pair of readers, and look like a nerd. You gotta look like a nerd when you play. The Game Boy Color also has that infamous issue where, as you're using the A and B buttons, your thumb is like covering up the speaker. It's so mild, it's almost not even worth talking about, but it is something. Even though the screen looks better on the Analogue Pocket, it's not exactly the same as when I was wearing the readers with the Game Boy Color. Cause it's like there's a graininess that the Analogue Pocket doesn't replicate. Like, all the little dots in the dot matrix or whatever, the Analogue Pocket doesn't really recreate those. It's just like super clean looking. Which is kind of weird because its whole thing is supposed to be about recreating a perfect experience. I hear that the mod Retro Chromatic or whatever replicates the Game Boy Color screen exactly, but it's super expensive and you might as well just put a backlight in your Game Boy Color for a more authentic experience. Another problem I have with the Analogue Pocket, and I hated this at first and I regretted buying it at first, is that the buttons look like they'd be squishy buttons, but they're actually not. They're like clicky. So even though there's like some travel, when it comes down to it, they're just tiny little buttons. They're just like a Game Boy Advance SP. But, there's travel. Does that make sense? So you press a button, and there's a little bit of travel, but at the end of the day, it's just a little tiny button click. It's not like a mushy click. So it's kind of weird. Like, I wanted it to be like the mushy Game Boy Color buttons. Like, I like how mushy these are. They're super mushy, they're super squishy. Gloria? Hi. So I do like the buttons on the Game Boy Color more. I like how the Game Boy Color has a volume slider. Like, it really does make a difference. It's not just like, oh, I miss the bygone days. Like, it really is more effective and easier to, like, adjust it to the way you want it and quickly do it. Like, if someone starts talking to you, you know, you just quickly, like, turn the volume down. Whereas on this thing, you gotta, like, hold these little buttons here that go up and down, and it's fast. I mean, it's super quick. You can turn it down super quick like I just did. Wait, I think I just turned it off. I don't know. I don't really like the power button either. Like, it's this weird button that you have to hold for a few seconds. And it's like hard to press. Like, you're like, oh, am I pressing it? Is it gonna come on? Oh my god, it's on. So I don't know, and the volume is so close to the power button. Like, I literally just turned it off by accident. Like, when I was trying to mess with the volume. Like, I just recorded it. You literally just saw it. So, I don't know. And the plus and the minus button are, like, so close together. Like, why are they so close? It's hard to, like, turn the volume down and up, honestly. It's awkward. Whereas this is so self-explanatory. I want it up. I want it down. It is quieter. You can hear it's way quieter. Holy shit. This is loud! It's loud! This is quiet. At the end of the day, like, this is excessive. It's an excessive amount. You shouldn't waste your money on this expensive, silly system. But if you're going to, like, if you're just gonna be like, no, I'm gonna waste my money, then it's awesome. There's no question, this thing is so awesome. But, in a way, this is better. I do think this feels better. I do think that with a pair of readers, I do think that the dot matrix screen just looks superior. You see all the dots. It looks so cool with like 2.5 magnification. It's just dweeby to have to put on glasses. It's annoying. So, and I do like the buttons. I think the buttons feel better. So, I don't know. I do like this more, but I do like to stream sometimes with this thing and have the camera pointed at it, and the big screen helps it really show. So, I don't know. I don't like the buttons as much, but this thing is awesome. It's a toss-up. Sorry this isn't like a definitive, like, you should do this. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to say that if you're on a budget, just throw a backlight in this. Get a pair of readers. You're going to have an amazing time forever till you die. But, this is awesome too. You can't go wrong. They're both super sick. They're both awesome. Yay. I love the Game Boy. Let me know in the comments what you're gonna do, or what you already did. If you like the Game Boy, if you like the OG, maybe you like the spinach green ass one, maybe you like that big old chunky boy in your hand. Let me know in the comments if you like the big Game Boy, if you like the little Game Boy Color, if you like the Game Boy Pocket. I liked the Game Boy Pocket as a kid, that was like my favorite. This is actually a little more like the Game Boy Pocket now that I think about it. Hang on, let me get my Game Boy Pocket. I have a Game Boy Color with a backlight also that I want to show you, but I can't find it. But I did find this one. This is my original Game Boy Pocket from when I was a kiddo. And I loved this. This is like my favorite. And I do still love the mushy buttons. And the screen is actually considerably bigger than on the Game Boy Color. The only problem is that even if you put a backlight in this, the screen quality itself is kind of mushy. You don't get the dots that you do with the Game Boy Color. It's like the Game Boy Color was like the best of the best as far as the old Game Boy screens. Even though the screen itself is smaller, it has a super crisp, clear display where you see all the dots. And it's nice to see all the dots with your readers. But you can see that the analog is a little more like the Game Boy Color. The bodies are both super flat. You can see both the bodies are super similar as far as the shape and the thinness. Neither of them have the booty that the Game Boy Color has. So this is actually more like this, I think, as far as feel. But again, this feels a little better because it's like smaller and stuff and way lighter. But obviously the screen is way worse on that, so I do like this. I don't like the clicky buttons, but I have accepted them and I'm used to them. So you can't go wrong with an Analogue whatever, Pocket, whatever it's called. But you really can go super right with a Game Boy Color. So once again, let me know what you have, what you want in the comments, and thank you for watching.